My name is Gina and I am a rock climber. I've been climbing for about 7 years now. Before that, I did caving and canyoneering and was just incredibly active in anything outdoors. So it was my neighbor who originally recommended Stout-Heart. I had just had my first child and I had her via emergency C-section. And I was kind of venting a lot to my neighbor about how difficult it was to get back into being active and losing weight and feeling comfortable with my body again, and how just non-responsive my doctors were to my requests, and how little physical therapy helped. And so she suggested Stout-Heart. I had not done other training programs. I had done like group classes at Planet Fitness, and I did a little bit of physical therapy. What I noticed what was different with Stout-Heart right away was just right during the intake process when we were kind of doing my history. I did that with Elspeth, and right away she was asking about my C-section, and I knew that I had an ab separation, which was something that I was trying to get my doctors to help me with and trying to get my physical therapist to help me with, but their answer to me was basically, well, that happens with pregnancy and that happens with birth, and so just deal with it now. I knew that that wasn't the right answer. I knew that I could find help, but I couldn't find somebody that was willing to give me help. And when we did that orientation process, one of the first things she did was lay me down and check my separation and said, oh, you have a 2-finger separation, you have a little bit of an umbilical hernia. And she was the first person that checked my separation. No one else bothered to do that. Not even the physical therapist who I went to for back pain because of my separation. So that right away just spoke volumes to me, just that from the get-go she was just willing to listen. And I noticed that throughout all of my sessions at Stout-Heart, that whether it was with Elspeth or Matthew, they just really, really listened. And that was a huge difference for me. So I did lose about 20 pounds, which was nice. I got rid of some of that extra baby weight because I had initially gained 65 pounds during my pregnancy, which is a lot. I had, lost some and just kind of hit a plateau that I couldn't really get past. And a lot of that was because I was scared of my body. I was scared of re-injuring myself. I just didn't feel comfortable really working out to an extent where I was, breaking a sweat or getting a good workout in. So the biggest change was just the confidence that I gained and the connection to my body that I gained. I can't tell you how many times I've thought while working out here, what was I doing before working out? I had never connected to my muscles as well as I did here, and I felt like the trainers here just did a really good job at making that possible and making you understand when you're properly doing an exercise and what muscles you're using and what muscles you're compensating with when you're not doing it right, and basically just what you're supposed to feel, what feelings, even if you're pumped out and your body's ready to give up, what's actually not good and what's, just healthy exercise. I guess healthy discomfort maybe, because not all discomfort is bad. That was a huge change for me, and it gave me a lot of confidence to then go do things again like climb and just focus on, getting better at that and focusing on my safety in that instead of focusing on, is this move gonna hurt my ab separation? Is this not good? Or, am I gonna reopen my incision or whatever else? I was still, even after I did physical therapy and then came to Stout-Heart, I was still having back issues because of my ab separation. And I noticed that both through strengthening my abs and learning to connect with other muscles like, my glutes and hamstrings and oblique, things like just standing in one spot for a while and doing the dishes, that would hurt my back. Kneeling down in front of the bathtub and giving my daughter a bath, that would hurt my back. The things that I learned at Stout-Heart made it possible for me to both strengthen those areas and use other muscles to help alleviate that pain, and those are things that I don't feel anymore. I think the confidence is just the really big main thing. Right after I had gotten my C-section, one of the things that terrified me was just the fact that there is scar tissue, and you kind of have to work through that scar tissue. And every once in a while I would do something as simple as, like, you know, lifting up some heavy bags of groceries, and I would feel pain in that area. And then I don't know if I just hurt myself or what happened, and it was almost like a form of PTSD from that experience that I was just now terrified of kind of doing like anything and potentially re-injuring my body. And so that lesson of knowing like what's safe exercise and what's not, and what is safe discomfort and what's not, like that actually really helped me gain confidence again, to be able to use my body to its abilities. Yes, definitely, I would recommend Stout-Heart. I struggled so much to find somebody just to listen. Even with uncooperative doctors and physical therapists and everything, there's so much information on there online, and so I knew that the issues that I needed help with were things that I could work on, and things that, you know, like I could do exercises to kind of close my separation myself, but it's difficult, you know, to know what to do. Like it's so much easier with that extra guidance, like knowing like, okay, well, maybe I can't do planks or sit-ups, but maybe I can do this exercise, but this site says I can't do this exercise, so maybe I shouldn't, but maybe I can modify this exercise. And it's just so stressful to try and do on your own, and it just really helps to have, you know, somebody to be able to just tell you like, okay, that's okay. And, you know, even while you're doing the exercise, one thing that helped me a lot was just the trainers coming by and poking us and being like, this is the muscle that you're supposed to be feeling. Do you feel it? And, oh yeah, okay, I do feel that one. And just the community, like everybody, I've gone to different classes morning and evening, and just everybody there is they're just so stoked for each other. If they can tell that I'm really pushing myself, you can see like the encouragement really come out in everybody, and, you know, vice versa. And, you know, maybe you're not feeling it that day and you need a little space or you need a little comfort. Like, it's just, everybody's really in tune with what's going on, you know, members and trainers alike. And it's just it's a really good, safe environment to be able to just really focus on your body and make those connections and gain that strength.